3 two-week workshops, and we're doing 2 weeks in Wandsworth, we're doing 2 weeks in Southwark and 2 weeks in Hackney. And they're to provide an opportunity for people in recovery to come together as a group, to create new material and to put on a performance at the end of the 2 weeks.
It's outside my comfort zone. I just wanted to see what I can do.
I was a bit nervous when I got asked, but I thought, yeah, it's a new experience, new skills. It's building my career up.
I've done some acting before, so it's kind of like, you know, you have to keep doing it or use it or you lose it.
I was a substance misuser. I had been for many years. At first it was nah, but then once it got started it was amazing.
So it's a wonderful thing to do post stopping like a drug that was your life. Acting is a great way to let your hair down, to mix with people, to socialise and bring stuff out of you that you didn't realise you had in you. All these kinds of things are almost essential for any kind of rehabilitation.
So let's check in. Think of a car you would be according to how you feel. I feel like, I don't know, something that's like it could go really well and be really flash, but it breaks down quite a lot. And it's sort of that in-between stage of, you know, it's like, so I don't know which one it's going to be, a bit unknown, a bit edgy, but that's how I feel.
The first thing that came to mind was a jalopy, which is just an old banger. I couldn't think of any particular car, other than I feel a bit wiped out, a bit flat.
I would be a classic car, like a Jaguar, with leather inside. It smells really nice and soft, like armchairs, and that you could stretch out in the back and take a nap.
What type of clothing would you be, depending on how you feel now?
Kylie Minogue's hot pants.
I'd be a purple dressing gown.
Be like an itchy scarf.
Bing, bong, Karen, bing,
Bong.
Kenny, bing, bong, bong.
Okay.
I mean, who doesn't want to play, really? You know, we're adults and often we think maybe we've moved beyond that, but it takes about 30 nanoseconds for people to shed that and realise this is just good fun. And that's fantastic in terms of building confidence and building trust and working as a group.
Stretch your ribs, your waist, like you're supporting your arm, relax your jaw.
We're gonna play EastEnders. Everybody knows that alright goes either side. Avid goes right over the circle.
If you want to speak to someone on your right or left, you go, alright. But if you want to give it back to me, go, easy.
Hello, Peggy. All right, and it's have it, and then it's easy.
Alright, Peggy.
Get on!
Alright.
Have it.
Easy.
Get on!
I've really been concentrating on getting them to write, and I really sort of plunged them in at the deep end. They did a really moving exercise where they wrote letters to their 16-year-old selves, and we tried to sort of almost make a kind of collage out of that.
You won't listen to any advice, Barry.
Don't try to make sense of the madness that fills the world.
You're so different when you've been drinking. Your mouth is evil vermin.
They also wrote poems on the first day.
Hard drugs are for the feelings with which you can't be dealing. Hard, painful, difficult feelings that you can't put into words, so you take a sledgehammer to crack your own nut and stop with all the thinking for a while. It's too much thinking gets you in trouble. It's safe and warm in the fuzzy drugs bubble.
There's something about the imagination frees you up to actually be a bit more honest, certainly in my experience as a writer.
All human beings are storytellers.
Absolutely.
That might as well be almost a physical characteristic, like having 2 legs or 2 arms.
So I've come away from here and I just feel really uplifted, you know, like some of the, you know, things that we're asked to write, some of them are quite, you know, sad, some of them are really funny, you know, it just draws on all of your emotions, but I feel at ease to write things because I feel confident that I can share with the people within the group.
I wake up each day with that sinking feeling. I feel like my head split and I start to stare at the ceiling. DT ravaged me and my stomach turned over. It's entirely my fault. I just can't stay sober.
People have come with such sort of openness and willingness to take part and such courage, and they've dived in and shared of themselves right from the beginning, which I find extraordinary.
So, without my dreadful encounter with you, I would not have been introduced to support groups and this amazing drama group I've been privileged to encounter. Although therapy, fun therapy. So long, depression.
Talks about saying goodbye to people. A lot of people draw from the experience of losing someone.
I'm a little too good at goodbyes. The suffering, pain and betrayal you caused me has twisted me inside. My heart can be cold and cruel, clinical, calculating and wise.
A sick sense of arrogance makes me want to hit you with a rock. Glass of wine in your hand, crack pipe in your mouth. So don't ask that of me, to see you living like a ghoul.
It's called Saying Goodbye. The day I wrote it was on a Monday, and it was about me and my partner. I felt like I was at the end of your list. Everybody came before me. You know, I never knew that the day after I wrote this that he was going to pass away. You left without a kiss goodbye, and without saying goodbye. I wish you a very happy life. Farewell, my golden Shrek, until we meet again. Rest in peace, love Yogi.
We've tried to develop some characters. I suppose make-believe and a little bit real.
So a lot of the characters that we've created over the week, which has come about from improvisation and hot seating.
Jim sat us all down, he gave us a list of questions to not think about the answer, just to write the first thing that comes into your head. And our characters came from that.
Some of their own narrative has woven its way into the character, and some of it hasn't. Some of it's completely removed from their own experience.
We're doing a lot of hot seating today to get in contact with the characters.
It's Mark.
And your surname?
James.
And where are you living at the moment?
I'm living in a hostel in Victoria at the moment.
Have you always lived on your own?
Yeah. Well, apart from when I live with Mummy.
With?
Mummy.
With your mummy. And where do you live?
I live in Chelsea.
What do you do for a living, Mark?
I'm a plasterer.
I was quite interested to hear that you're a plasterer living in Chelsea. That seems like an expensive place for a plasterer to live.
It's a council flat. You know, I do have a little subsidise that as well. I have a little something on the side that I do.
Would you make more money from plastering or selling weed?
Selling weed.
I drive a bus.
Like a London bus?
Yeah, a big red bus.
How do you find that?
I feel this yearning in myself to do something different.
I don't think necessarily that the characters need to be cool to be interesting. And my character is quite an awkward character. I think there's maybe little bits of the fears I have in myself that come out in the character a bit.
My mum weren't really about, she never had a lot of time for me, so I used to look at other ways of comforting myself. They said it was drugs-induced psychosis.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they said it was.
Why don't we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sisters. So you 4 sisters have come to see him in the hostel to talk about plans for your mother's 60th birthday.
What do you want to do for Mum?
We do it as a surprise. So
Yeah,
you take her out and then
out the house.
have some time. You bring her to Debbie's. You bring her to Deb's.
Yeah.
Well, does it have to be at mine?
It could be a mine then if you're working.
You're the golden child anyway, so you always...
Why would Debbie the golden child?
She's the golden child.
But she's got a smaller
She
house
can do
than the
whatever
rest of
she wants.
us.
She never gets kicked out when we was kids. This time 2 years ago, I would have never been able to do something like this. I would have, it definitely helped you with your confidence building up. And it helped me find out what I wanted to do.
I liked it from the outside because it humanises things and makes it real, and also from the inside because we see the family.
I thought of like the little things what I used to moan about with my sisters. Like, you're the favourite child, so I put a little bit of the arguments we used to have when we was younger into it. Like,
It's almost like you could set us all up to fight with each other and just
Yeah,
sit back and watch.
actually.
We've looked at some dramatic techniques. We looked at conflict, persuasion. We looked at the importance of the context of a scene. Look at the tactics that the two characters use. It doesn't have to be force meeting force. It doesn't have to be insult meeting insult. It can be persuasion. You could get someone to do something for you with a kiss, with a joke, with a song.
With all drama, if there's no conflict, there's no drama.
We can't just leave him here.
We could take him to the hospital, who knows? Maybe he's in a coma or something.
He's dead, man. You gave him the wrong bag. You know, the one that didn't hold the cup.
Il passeggino, portarmi tutto dietro per andare quadro l'angolo. I wrote the scene. I'm actually speaking in Italian in the scene. And he's my husband, my English husband, my lazy English husband.
Hey, I think between the baby poo, you know, the baby's just pooed, so now since you're home, you can do it.
And I think it came out from a life experience, you know, some point, you know, having the most responsibility of the family, and then it's also like something which could be hilarious, you know, of
kitchen sink drama.
Yeah. Nanni o da una cleaner, piuttosto che te, non servi.
Really said that.
Certo.
Really did.
Certo.
We discovered that even if you spoke Italian, for the people watching, they still got it. They still understood what was going on.
I was amazed myself.
We've been creating scenes with each individual, and they're kind of reasons for them ending up in recovery, how they got there. And now we've got to spend today and tomorrow threading it all together with a series of kind of flashbacks.
What are you selling now? Is it Valium or sleeping pills? Whatever.
I have no idea where you've got that from. There's no way I would have a queue outside my front door.
I'm sorry, I can't do it today. What? I really can't do it. My anxiety has kicked in really bad.
Your kids could be taken away from you. Do you understand that?
I'm just able to just relax, and there's no nerves there. It's really nice for me to just sit with them feelings and just do it. But then obviously my character has got a little bit of me in her, so my past. So it's really nice to kind of bring that involved, but in my acting instead.
One of the things that's really impressed me and surprised me in a good way is the courage and the ability to be very truthful within some sort of painful scenarios, and everyone's bringing themselves to the roles.
And with my actual character, he was all over my house last night. He was everywhere in my house. I'm looking in the mirror. I've just come out the bar and I'm going, all right, Seymour, are you sure? Back tomorrow?
What happened to us when I hit you? You ain't spoken to me since now you come knocking my door. You're my brother. I love you. My brother's my brother. I'll always be my brother.
I think you better go. I don't know. I just need to be on my own for a moment. I need to think about what you've shown me. I think it's time. You just have to go. Just go. Just go.
Well, I'll leave
just
it
go.
up to
I
you.
need to clear
I'll
up
leave it
anyway.
up to you.
I need to clear up. Leave my phone. Leave it where I have to have it here. I have to have it there.
I want to go somewhere adventurous. I want to go to Mexico.
Oh, Harry, get me my tablets, please.
A lot of it means thinking on your feet a little bit, not having a plan as you go into it and just seeing how it goes, trying to sort of bounce off the people around you. It's quite, I suppose, in a way, a liberating experience.
We just came up with extraordinary pieces at the end of it, and we created and we wrote all our pieces ourselves.
The ebony of me, I see. What do you want with your difference? with your different ways of being, I see.
Me personally, I haven't really had the opportunity to work with interesting people like yourselves. Building self-confidence, reading things off of papers and stuff like that. So that's what I've kind of enjoyed. It's the first time I've ever done stuff like this, so I like it.
My pieces are quite comical. Close your eyes. Open your eyes.
What can you see?
Shh. I can see your grandmother. Maybe, well, who knows, I might write something, maybe later in life. So all these experiences that I've had during these 2 weeks, I'll go and take it with me, and it will all stay with me for the rest of my life.
Mum would be heartbroken.
Perché non è all'arte? Cazzo.
Start to fall into the same walking rhythm as everyone else.
What you need to do as an ensemble, as a company of people working together, is to tune in more when it's less obvious. Together, collectively.
I am someone.
Fabulous. In improvisation, in the first instance, it will become at its most extreme, at its biggest, at its most unmanageable, and from that you can pare back to what it is that does work.
I think that's the scene.
What's key is the characters and the work that you've developed over the time that we've been working together, and how alive they come in this space. And trust me, it's really watchable.
Not realising Mum had just come out of hospital and not telling anyone she'd been in there.
You're doing an amazing job of looking and looking up, and looking and looking up. It's amazing.
There was no one there helping him. He could have really been hurt. I just froze. There's nothing I can say except sorry.
I just want to strip you of a few of your tools now to make it even more impactful. I think maybe she can't talk about it because of anxiety. She hasn't got those words. She's kind of panicking. Yeah. Let's go again and see if that works.
Can you now do that scene from there?
She's not here. I thought she'd gone to carers.
She's not there, I've just rung her.
Ring me if she turns up, and I'll ring you if I hear anything.
The order in which things happen has changed. So, having to rewrite the whole 21 scenes.
Actually becoming a team, towards the end of the project. It's something you're doing together with others, and I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. I love that.
It's like therapy for me. It's kept my mind off of things. It's helped me to put my mind elsewhere, into performing.
As an actor, you should never cease to grow. Always be inspired by little things. Just take the leap.
I don't like using those words like going on a journey and all this sort of stuff, but the fact is, no one stands still.
It's given me another badge on my shoulder. All that imagination's going to stay with me.
Instead of dragging me along to do something like this, if they're saying like it in the future, I'll most probably just put my name up for it.
The stuff you keep hidden and suppressed costs you a lot of energy. You'd be a happier person if you're willing to be more open. And so, yeah, I feel as if I've opened a lot.
By doing this, I don't focus on problems that I really have, and it's working.
This has worked out brilliantly for me. My recovery has been the change of my life, and it's been a great recovery. And I don't think I'm going to be going back to the person that was using again.